Hey, this is Wyatt with the Creative Habits Podcast, and thanks a lot for watching. This Facebook Live is a mini challenge. It's the 100 Idea Mini Challenge. And this is one of my favorites because it's a great way to flesh out ideas. Now, it's not new. It might be new to you, but it's not really new. But what's refreshing about it is how you use it, the habit of using it. Obviously, if you use it on a regular basis, then you can flesh out ideas and get them going in your brain a lot more easily because it forces, well, not really forces, but it expands your mind in a different way. Let me explain a little bit. So the 100 ideas, the way this challenge works is you're sitting down to get 100 ideas on a particular topic. Now, if you're working on some project, even if you're just looking for blog posts for the year, maybe video content that you could create, when you sit down and you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to make 100 ideas on this topic, what would they be? And what happens is the first 30 ideas, they're kind of like the usual suspects. And then the second 30 ideas, you get into this like stupidity mode and like, it's just generally the far-fetched, some garbage thrown in there. And then the last part of the ideas, that's where the gems usually lie because you've kind of exhausted your brain and allowed it to just kind of rest. And then your unconscious mind gets to step in, I think, and kind of generate some ideas that your logical mind you wouldn't immediately think of. And it's a great exercise, highly recommended. Now, there are some guidelines for you on this mini challenge. The guideline, first of all, you want to do it in one sitting. Okay, you're allowed to get up and do a pee break, as long as you come back right away. But generally, you want to do it in one sitting. I give myself about an hour because 100 ideas is a lot. Some people will do a different time frame. I think an hour is a good amount of time. But as long as you decide beforehand, here I'm going to sit down for an hour and generate these ideas. Any idea is fine in my book as long as you could technically do it. And this technicality part is important because often your brain will just want to throw ideas in the slot and get it done, just so you can get up and move on and do other things. And so when you get into a situation where you could technically do it, you may not actually do it, but if you could technically do it, in my book, it's good to throw in the list. The last guideline is no repeats. Now, some people consider that not fair, but I think it's good to say, hey, no repeats, because it gets your mind to go to different things. If you've already put it down, why would you put it down again? That's just cheating. But anyway, no repeats, but I do think variations are fine. So, you write down this list of 100. Go do your this 100 idea challenge. It's great to do. Now, if you're wondering what to write on, a lot of people will just get an idea of what to write on because they're working on a project. You've got some conundrum you're having to figure out. It works on a lot of different things. But if in case you don't have any ideas, here are some thoughts. We'll figure out a need, obviously blog posts. But then you can use it as a gratitude exercise. And this is actually a lot of fun. Gratitude, of course, is very powerful. And if you do 100 things you're grateful for, and then what I think is kind of fun to do is after you've created that list of what you're grateful for, 100 is a lot. Once you figure that out, but you should be able to get 100, believe me. But anyway, once you have that list, if you have it pinned up and you focus on one or two of these things that you're grateful for on a particular day or week, it does some amazing things. Anyway, okay, so gratitude exercise. And then if you want to figure out how to stretch your mind, 100 things you want to know before you die. Okay, kind of morbid. But on the other hand, it's kind of interesting because you're forcing yourself to say, hey, I only have so much time on this planet, so many jelly beans. And, what do I want to know? What do I want to know? And this is both, on all different levels, spiritually, intellectually. It can be anything. But anyway, it's a great exercise you can do on a regular basis. 100 list ideas. Sky's the limit. I mean, there's so many different ways. You can do a search on Google and you'll come up with some other things. But anyway, give it a try. Hope you like the 100 idea mini challenge. And thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.